Thanks for stopping by today. I've got a very special little presentation to give you guys on the Digital Arch's Optisplint workflow. The beautiful thing about this workflow is that it can be used traditionally with no scanning, or it can be used as your digital workflow for full arch restoration. I've been using this for quite a while now, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. One of the main benefits of it is that with their Optisplint, you can actually create a master model. So if you're using tie bases, you can use that master model to cement your tie bases. Now, the reason why that's important is because when you are cementing tie bases the digital way and there is no model, the tie bases kind of just float around inside where the arch gets milled out, where the tie base goes. And there is a micron cement gap. Typically, I think it's between 30 and 60 microns. So you've got that tie base kind of just floating around, and we're just kind of guessing where it goes in the lab. And that will lead to something being kind of just slightly off by 10, 20, 30 microns. And over time, what's going to happen is your tie bases are going to become uncemented. That's one of the main reasons why your tie bases do come uncemented, other than the occlusion not being in the correct spot. So let's dive in. The first step is to take pre-op records, including the bite, and if you're opening the video, make sure you capture that open video position with your pre-op scans. After that, on the day of surgery, the very first step is to use the fiduciary marker. Now, the fiduciary marker allows us to align the scan back to the pre-op record, because we're going to align the fiduciary marker to your pre-op records. And the first fiduciary marker is this one. It's a little bit bigger. This one goes in the palate. And then you also have the smaller one, which is generally for the mandible. Now, I like 3 points of references when I'm aligning my fiduciary marker back to the pre-op scan after the teeth have been removed. So make sure that you capture as much of the tissue with your impression or with your scan as possible. So if you're doing the mandible, make sure you capture those retromolar pads if they have not been affected, or try and capture the tuberosity and the maxillary as well. It's very, very important when we're aligning everything, and I'll show you guys in a second video how everything gets aligned the most accurate way possible. So after your teeth have been extracted and the flap is open, and remember, your fiduciary marker stays in the same spot. You do not remove it. It stays there throughout the entire surgery. So make sure that you place it in an area that will not get in the way of whatever instruments or teeth extracted, teeth that you are extracting. It cannot move. If you move it, or it moves slightly, just a little bit, it will affect your bite, and then you have a lot more post-processing once you get your arch printed or milled out. So make sure that does not get moved. This is your scan body, okay? Right here. You're gonna put this on top of your multi-unit abutments with the flap open so that you can check to make sure that it's fully seated. Once you have each one of these on top of your MUAs, you want this side pointing towards the lingual, okay? Kind of like this. Let's see if I can show you. Well, it's kind of big, but you kind of get the point. Also, don't tighten them all down right away, because after you place them, untighten down all the way, you got your framework. Your framework is what allows the scanner to track more accurately, okay? So what you do is you put your framework, make sure that everything is in the proper position, like this, okay? And then you are going to use the OptiWeld to tack everything together and cure it. This is your OptiWeld. Very, very strong material, but this is what you use to weld everything together. And after you weld everything together, it's very important that you take the Optisplint out of the mouth, okay, and scan it on their platform. The reason why you want to do this is it optimizes your accuracy. When you scan in the mouth, there's more variables, things get in the way. So you get your little putty that they send with your kit, you put it on the platform, and you scan. Just as simple as that. If you are doing this the traditional way, they send you a little case right here. Put it in the case, reverse foam, close it down, ship it out. That's it. Ship it to the lab. We'll use our desktop scanner to scan it ourselves. This is also how we create that master model. We screw in analogs on the bottom, put it in a base, and create your master model. It works. It's brilliant. That's what I love most about this system. After you've created your Optisplint, you are going to need to capture the tissue. These are the healing caps, essentially kind of like tissue scan bodies is how I like to describe them. And you'll place these on each of the MUAs. And remember, this is not moved yet. This stays in. You don't remove this until the very end. Okay, it's very, very important. Once you place each of these on the MUAs in the mouth, they'll go ahead and scan all the tissue. Try to capture the tuberosity and maxillary. Make sure you capture the retromolar pads of the mandible. Very, very important so that I can align everything properly to make sure that everything is accurate as possible. It's the most important. If you are doing this traditionally, you could take a polyvinyl impression and algin it, but make sure that you capture this scan as well, because this is how I align your tissue scan back to the pre-op scan. And then how I align the scan body is these are the same geometrical shapes right here. Can you see that? So what I do is I take your tissue scan and I align it back to the scan body. Actually I align the scan body to the healing cap. That's how I do it. And again, I'll show you in a following video. But it's very, very important to make sure that you capture as much reference points as possible, because that tells me that I aligned everything accurately. From there, we're able to go ahead and input the implant position in our CAD design. And it doesn't take that long, 30-45 minutes at most, and you can have your STL file back to mill or to print, or you can let us do it and we can return it the next day if you want. Or if you guys are local, we can probably have it delivered same day. Again, we are a certified laboratory with Optisplint, and that means I can give you guys a 5% off discount code to use when ordering these Optisplint parts. The code is RFORD-DL, Rutherford Dental Lab, DL. And that'll give you 5% off your purchase of the Optisplint parts. So make sure you guys use that. That's it for today. Again, I will be showing a video of how this all gets aligned with the original design file, and hopefully that can help you out on your digital workflow. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm happy to help. I will answer as many as I possibly can. If not, you can always call us at the laboratory, 925-833-8080, and we can kind of guide you through this workflow. And if you need help designing arches, or you want someone to design arches for you, or do zirconia arches, whatever you guys need with arches, that's kind of our specialty here at Rutherford Dental Lab. So thanks again for watching the video, and we'll see you soon.